Hey everyone, today we're talking about the Weller WXD2020N soldering iron. If you're into electronics, DIY projects, or just need a reliable iron for occasional repairs, is this the one worth grabbing? Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, this thing feels solid right out of the box. It's got that premium Weller build quality you'd expect from a top-tier iron. The handle is comfortable, even during longer sessions, and the tip stays hot without any annoying temperature drops. I've used cheaper irons that struggle to maintain heat when you're working on bigger joints, but this one keeps things consistent. That's a big deal when you're trying to get clean, reliable solder joints without frustration. Another thing I love is how versatile it is. Whether you're working on circuit boards, small electronics, or even some light jewelry soldering, this iron handles it all. The temperature control is straightforward, just twist the dial to set it where you need it, and it heats up fast. No waiting around for ages like with some other irons. Plus, the included stand is actually useful. It's not one of those flimsy wire stands that tips over if you breathe on it wrong. This one holds the iron securely and even has a little sponge holder for cleaning the tip. Super practical. I also appreciate that Weller includes a few extra tips right in the box. You get a chisel tip, a conical tip, and a screwdriver tip, so you're covered for most tasks without needing to buy extras immediately. That's a nice touch, especially if you're just starting to build your toolkit. And speaking of tips, they're easy to swap out. No fumbling around with tiny screws or anything, just pull the old one off and pop the new one on. Saves a ton of time when you're in the middle of a project. Now, let's talk about the power. This iron runs at 60 watts, which is more than enough for most hobbyists and even some professional work. I've used it to solder everything from thin wires to thicker gauge components, and it never struggled. The tip heats up to temperature in under a minute, which is a huge time saver compared to slower irons. And once it's hot, it stays there. No annoying fluctuations that can mess up your work. One thing to note is that this iron isn't exactly lightweight. It's a bit heavier than some of the ultra-compact irons out there, but honestly, I don't mind the weight. It feels balanced in your hand, and the extra heft actually helps with precision. You're not fighting the iron to keep it steady, which is a big plus for detailed work. That said, if you're used to super lightweight irons, this might take a little getting used to at first. Another thing worth mentioning is the cord. It's a decent length, about 4 feet, and it's pretty flexible, so it doesn't get in your way. I've had irons with stiff cords that feel like they're going to snap every time you move, but this one is much better. It's not the most premium cord out there, but it's reliable enough for everyday use. So, who's this iron for? If you're a hobbyist, a DIY electronics tinkerer, or even a professional who needs a reliable, no-fuss iron, this is a great pick. It's not the cheapest option out there, but you're paying for quality and versatility. If you're just starting out and don't want to drop a ton of cash, there are cheaper irons, but you'll likely outgrow them fast. This one will grow with you. Pros-wise, it's durable, consistent, and comes with useful extras right out of the box. The temperature control is simple and effective, and the build quality is top-notch. On the downside, it's a bit heavier than some alternatives, and the cord, while decent, isn't the absolute best in class. But honestly, those are minor quibbles compared to what you get overall. If you're in the market for a new soldering iron and want something that'll last, this Weller is a solid choice. Check it out using the link below, and let me know in the comments what your go-to soldering iron is. I'm always looking for recommendations,